Hello, everybody. Hebro77 here, and I am flying solo on this one. Um, a lot of my other friends are probably over at Lone Eagle's channel, and I'm sorry, Lone Eagle, if I'm stepping on you. Um, and now I'll do a few shout outs. I'd like to give shout out to Jason McFall's channel. Go over and check him out whenever you get a chance. He's a great guy. He puts me in a lot of his live streams. You could check out the old live streams as well. I'm not too quite sure if he has videos or not, but if he does, go check them out. Subscribe and give him a thumbs up whenever you get a chance. And one more shout out goes to Cowboy. Cowboy, a good friend of mine. I was on a few live streams with him and Candid Cupcakes. There's another shout out. Um, I like to thank Stonebender for all his support and all this. I don't really think he has on the videos right at this moment, but as soon as he does, we'll give you the heads up. Now, I'm just kind of winging it here. Don't really have anything in particular to talk about. What else is new, right? No, I did a live stream last night. Um, That was my first coherent live stream. There was other live streams yesterday that I did. I did like three of them because I'm just getting used to this laptop that I got. I got a brand new laptop, and I'm just getting used to it. I'm working out the bugs and the kinks and stuff. You know, you do that when you first get laptops. I noticed that YouTube was particularly slow today, and I don't know if it's the server or what, but I have three new videos out. If you guys are action figure lovers or if you love comic books, go check those out. I will do a comic book review pretty soon where I will read an actual comic book to you. That'll be a good live stream to be on. Um, this avatar with the avatar I have right now with the St. Patrick's hat, I'm going to get rid of that St. Patrick's hat in the month of April. I figure since I've got it, I might as well have it on throughout the month of March. Um, a little bit of personal stuff to talk about here. I put out a garden every year, as I do, um, and I planted a few things. You can have a few cold weather plants: cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower. There are certain peppers, I guess, that like the cold weather. Not too many, not too many. I wouldn't recommend putting down bell peppers in this kind of weather, and especially not hot peppers. If you're gonna put down those your plants, I would recommend putting glass or plastic or something. Build you like a little greenhouse. Just have like a little greenhouse going on. To cover your plants with, or the frost can get to them. But the cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower, those are cold winter plants. If you're a fan of those, and spinach is another one. Onions go in the ground; they're covered with straw, so those aren't going to get frozen. Garlic, garlic. Here's the thing. Here's the interesting fact about garlic. You put garlic down in September, early September, and then 9 months later, you got full garlic. You pull them out of the. Now, some people think you pull them out of the ground. No, don't try to do that because if you try to pull them out, you're going to break off the ends and you're not going to get very good garlics. What you want to do is you get you a shovel or a pitchfork. In my case, I like using the pitchfork because it stabs the ground a lot easier. But what you're going to want to do is you put it about a foot or so back away from where the garlic stalks are, and then you take your pitchfork and you just zoop right underneath the ground, and then you lift right there where those the garlic stalks. You can see the stalks, and then you pull them up out. You shovel that piece of ground up, and then once that piece of ground is up, you reach underneath and you grab the garlics underneath, pull them up out of the ground, Sometimes you can get it just loose enough where you don't have to do any digging. I have pulled garlics up out of the ground without doing any digging, but you got to be really careful. If you're going to do that, get your hand underneath, get on the very bottom, and reach under and pull up that bulb. Um, I've had late garlic, I've had early garlic, I've had all kinds of garlic. This garlic that I've been planting has been passed down from generation to generation, so it's really quite interesting. Um, my grandpa passed it on down to me, and his dad passed it on down to him, and his dad's dad, and so forth and so on. You get the picture. Um, no, this garlic has been passed down generation to generation because what you do is you dig up when you harvest your garlic in June or July. That's when it comes out, about June or July, usually July. You plant it September, harvest it in June or July, and then when you dig those up, you let them dry, and whatever you pick the ones that you want to use or give to your friends, or if you want to sell the garlic, you could do that too. My great 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 grandfather sold his garlic a lot of times. But what you want to do is you hang it up and let it dry. It has to dry up. Um, and then when you're ready, you take the cloves from the bulbs from that previous garlic and you plant those. Like you could take the garlic and rip it off the bulbs. You can get as many as you want. Sometimes you can get about 25 or 30 off of just one plant. And then you take those bulbs and you put them down in the ground. Now, when you're planting garlic, it's a little different than planting onions. You want to plant it where the bulbs are the pointy end up, pointed end up. Now, you notice there's a dull end at the bottom. You want the pointed end up when you plant them. Otherwise, it's not going to grow. It's not going to happen for you. Maybe I'll have to do a video on that someday. Perhaps I don't know, but anyway, there's my garden story. I said all that to say this. I planted some cabbage and broccoli plants on the side of the house. There's a little area there inside of the house where I till it up, and that's usually where I plant the garlic, right? So, but this year, or rather last year, I planted the garlic out in the garden area, the big garden area. And so I planted cabbage and broccoli and onions on the side of the house. I did that the day before yesterday. Or no, actually, I did it yesterday. When I, yeah, maybe the day before yesterday, I guess it was. It had to have been. Anyway, whatever day it was, I come home today. I'm walking around the corner and I didn't even notice it at first because I got to walk around that corner to get through my gate because my gate leads to my apartment that's in the back. I walked around and I kind of peeked at it. I noticed it was laying over. I was like, well, okay. I mean, you don't think much about that because plants do that sometimes. They just kind of they lay over, but then they pick up again once they're watered. Um, Sometimes they do that. It's called shock. Like they go into sort of a shock state and they'll lay flat once you transplant them from the planter into the ground. They'll lay over. Well, when I came back through the gate, I saw and noticed these things have been dug up. And I'm like, what the hell? How did my plants get dug up? Well, I went around the corner and sure enough, all the plants that I had set to the side that I was going to plant today, they got ate. The tops, I noticed all the tops were eaten. And my neighbors have rabbits. And those rabbits sometimes get loose. And I talked to the neighbor. She said, "Oh, yeah, my rabbit got loose last night." Well, so I did a bunch of stuff today, and then I went back and I replanted the cabbage and broccoli plants. And this time, I sprinkled them with Seven Dust. I mean, I was going to put Seven Dust on them anyway. But usually, when an animal smells that Seven Dust, they know to stay away from it. But I mean, you know what? If they get into it, they do. If they don't, they don't. But I mean, you know, if you're going to have rabbits as pets, please leave them pinned up. That's all I'm saying. Take your rabbits, leave them pinned up. These people, I think they leave them in their house or something. Hell, I don't know. But that was that white rabbit. Do you remember the video I did on the white rabbit? That was my neighbor's rabbit that was in there. And it was okay then because it was eating wild onions that I had in my backyard and it was okay. But if they're going to start getting into the plants, then I've got some live traps. And what I could do is I could put, live trap them and go ahead. And when I catch them, I'll take them over to my neighbor's house and say, "Hey, here's your rabbits. Let's put them in a pen, keep them pinned up this time because I'm not going to live trap them the next time. I might have me some rabbit stew somewhere down the line. Who knows?" No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But in all seriousness, if you're going to have rabbits for pets, please keep them locked up in a cage somewhere. I mean, it's okay to let them out. Of course, you're going to want to let them out, let them play around, but let them out in your house or let them out in your garage. Don't let them get in other people's yards for crying out loud. And the thing is, I have a rabbit running dog. I have a beagle hound that's in a pen. And me and my grandpa used to go hunting all the time. He went rabbit hunting for years, over 50 years, 50 or 60 years, since he was a little tiny kid. And he took me rabbit hunting quite a few times. I've been with him, I've been with his buddies, I've been by myself. And anyway, he raised beagle dogs. He raised beagle dogs. I can remember having beagles since I was little bitty. And so now, anyway, so he raised this batch of beagle dogs, and a few of them have died off, and we're down to one dog. And right now, there's no places to hunt. So the backyard is fenced in, and this dog just sits in the pen all day. And I thought, you know what? The yard wasn't fenced in before. So now what I do is when I go to feed her and give her some water, I'll feed her, give her some water, I'll let her out of the dog pen, and she runs around the backyard. And we'll do that for a couple hours. I'll let her run around the backyard for a couple hours, and I'll play with her and whatnot. And then I'll put her back in the pen when the time is up. Now that little stinker's gotten out more than once, but she's very obedient. I mean, if I come up to her and I say down, she lays down, very obedient, and she'll let me pick her up, and I'll pick her up. I'll put her back in the dog pen. I'll say, "You naughty little dog, you! Don't you be escaping on me? You hear me? Don't you be escaping? I let you out in the backyard, let you run around." Um, but anyway, yeah, it's not. See, people think that keeping dogs penned up is cruel, and it's not. It's no different than keeping a dog in your house or keeping them. Uh, what I definitely don't recommend, and a lot of people do this, I don't recommend that you tie them up because that is kind of cruel because they don't have the freedom then to run around. They're on that chain and they're dragging that heavy chain behind. I've seen this before, and I thought, man, that is cruel. See, no, that is cruel. And when it gets cold, some people, when it gets cold, they let their dogs out. And I've seen some people with the plastic igloo things. If you're going to have that, fill it full of straw because it's okay to keep an outside dog, but you got to fill it full of straw. And but don't tie it up. Please don't tie a dog up. That's just the worst thing that you could possibly do to a dog is to have it tied up. What I would recommend if you don't have a fenced in yard is just don't have a dog. If you don't want an inside dog, you want an outside dog, build you a dog pen. And it could be a ground dog pen or above ground. This is an above ground dog pen. And but like I said, I'd let her out and I'd let her exercise. So it's not bad. It's just like living in a house. You know, you don't, you know, it's not cruel. It's not cruel. And it's not like putting a person in jail because a person knows not to run out in the street. A person knows, well, they should know not to run out in the street. I've seen people crossing the street with their earbuds in on the cell phone, whatever, whatnot have you. But a person should know damn good and well not to go across the street without looking. They know how to do that. Dogs don't know how to do that. You let a dog out, it's going to go out. It's going to run. It's going to run free. It's going to get in some trouble. You know what I mean? So no, it's not cruel to do that to a dog. It's cruel to do that to a dog if you don't pay it any attention, you don't let it exercise, and if you're not giving it plenty of water. That's the main important thing is to give your dog plenty of water, especially during the summertime. You got to make sure it has plenty of water. And a dog and even a human can go without food for like 3 days at the most. But if you're going to go somewhere, you're going to be somewhere, get you one of those automatic dog feeders or get somebody to come over and feed your dog if you're going to be gone more than 3 days or a week. Yeah, get somebody to feed your dog. Don't just leave him there. I mean, that's crazy. I've seen people do that, man. I've seen them do that, and it's terrible. It's terrible stuff. So, anyway, yeah, make sure your dogs are fed and watered. And when you take them for a walk, which I take this dog for a walk sometimes too, if you take them for a walk, make sure that they are on in people's yards. Don't put them on the sidewalk on a hot day or especially asphalt. Asphalt gets very, very hot. Very, very hot. What you got to remember is dogs have bare feet. Now, they do have some padding. They do have padding on their paws, but it's not enough. I mean, it's more or less like us going out in our socks. You know, it's not really that good of padding. Well, it's probably better padding than socks, I guess, but it would be like if you had calluses on the bottom of your feet. If you had calluses on the bottom of your feet, it's going to protect you some, but you could still get stung. You still step on a sharp rock. You still get glass in them. I mean, and if you step on the pavement, it's going to be very, very fucking hot. Excuse my language. But yeah, so just make sure when you're taking your dog for a walk and it's a hot day, just make sure that they're on a lawn or somewhere where it's not hot and sticky. Um, especially for God's sakes, man, don't take your dog for walks on asphalt. Please don't do that. That's just horrible. And if you're going to go into a store and you're going to go anywhere, I don't care where it is, how many minutes it is, please, for the love of God, don't leave your dog out in the car for more than an hour. And if you're going to do it, leave the windows cracked. You know, if you can, leave the car running, leave the air condition on even. You know, uh, used to years ago, you had to worry about the air condition causing, or even the heat. People have died of that too. You had to worry about what's the word I'm looking for? You get suffocated by the fumes. Um, yeah, so you don't, years ago you didn't want to do that. Now cars are very ventilated, but I still would not recommend, sitting in a car that's been running with heat, especially. That exhaust still kind of does get in there somewhat. Even if you're outside, I've known people to die out in the woods. They'd be in their car trying to keep warm. That those fumes would get in the car with them, with the windows up, and they would die. Because you got to remember, you got vents, and those vents suck everything that's outside into the inside too. You know, you ever been driving by and smell a really bad skunk smell, but had the windows up? That's because it's going through the vents of your car, and the exhaust could do the same thing. It could travel through the back and underneath, and can get in the vents of the car. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Just be very careful out there. You guys are, just be careful out there. That's all I'm saying. I don't even remember where I was going with the whole dog story. Oh yeah, we were talking about my neighbor's rabbits. We were talking about my neighbor's rabbits. So I'm not looking at the chat right now. I don't see the chat. Often when we do these live streams, we don't really see the chat. So if anybody wants to jump in here, and I want to just point something out real quick. I'm only I thought about it a lot last night, and I've thought it over, and I think what I want to do is I want to do a serious chat, and I want to have a panel of my selection. And I'm not going to mention any names right now, but I will when I get a panel. I want to get a panel of my selection, much like Dan has, and I want to run a show that has some kind of structure to it. Last night's show was all right, but there was a few things that was said that quickly got out of hand. I tried to get us off of that track and back on the right track. Um, there was just a couple things said that I know that YouTube would not approve of. Um, you know, I don't care personally. I don't care what is said. You can say whatever you want. I'm not politically correct. I've never been politically correct. Um, but there was some words that was thrown around last night that I didn't really. I won't say that I didn't approve of them because hell, I don't care. I don't care what you say. But you got to watch what you say really because YouTube is very picky, and some of those words can be considered hate speech. Like even if you're talking about fat people, um, you know, that could be considered hate speech. I'm kind of a fat guy myself, so I know where they're coming from with that. But you really got to. I would never say anything to anybody. Like if someone said, "Hey, you're fat," I'm like, "Yeah, well, I love to eat." You know, I would never be mad about it. I would never get upset. Like when that's another thing. When people say that you're fat, don't you just want to look at them and say, "Yeah, duh." Yeah, like I didn't know that. I don't see myself in the mirror. You know, it's kind of like a black person when a white person says, "You're black," and they look, "I am." It's kind of funny like that. So yeah, I know I'm a fat guy. You don't have to say that I'm not a fat guy because I know I'm a fat guy, and I'll admit to it. I'll say something like I said, like, "Oh, I love to eat. I love to cook. I do love to cook," and I think that's part of my problem is I do know how to cook, and I consider myself. I don't want to give myself any pats on the back, but I do consider myself a decent cook. And I'm not saying I'm the most awesome cook in the world. Um, I'm far from it, but I do love to cook, and I do throw down some stuff that's really good. I mean, you people should try my stuff sometime. I mean, seriously. But no, I'm not seeing the chat. I don't know how many people are in here. I might go on my phone and go to YouTube here in a few minutes, but if you guys want to chat amongst yourselves, that's awesome. Um, Somebody once told me they always look at the chat and they always try to interact with the chat, but I always have so many problems trying to interact with the chat because I'm in here talking and I have to go on YouTube and I don't want to leave. I'm home. I don't want to leave my cozy home to go. I'm sorry, but got to go to YouTube to look at stuff while I'm chatting. Now, when I did live streams the other way and I showed my face and all that crap, um, I saw people and I interacted with them. But here's the thing: you can't really interact with people too much because not everybody's going to like the same thing. Uh, we got into a short discussion about flat Earth, and I'm going to be honest and open with you right now. I don't really go into the flat Earth stuff. I don't go into the there's not an outer space. I don't go into the moon landing stuff. I really don't get into that. And I don't like getting into it because it starts controversy. And I don't like controversy. Did I say controversy? Jesus Christ. What's wrong with me? But no, I don't like that. This is a peaceful, laid back chat. And we're not going to talk about any of those controversial subjects no more. We can throw in a little controversy subject every once in a while, like we've talked about on Jason's channel. We talked about the full term abortion issue. We've talked about politics. We've talked about the curvature of the Earth, and we have had the flat Earth discussions. My view, really, on flat Earth is that I have no opinion. I do have an opinion, but I'm not going to share that opinion. Because once you share that opinion, then the other person who also has opinions and has a right to his opinions, you're not going to change that other person's mind. You know, once their mind is set a certain way, it's programmed, it's set on that one program, you're not going to change it. No matter how persuasive your argument might be or how sound your argument might be, you're not going to change that person's mind. So I try not to bring it up. I try not to talk too much about it or about politics because it never ends well. It just never ends well. You end up losing friends. Like I could sit here and say, "Oh, you guys are a bunch of crazy idiots. Get out of here," Well, that's not going to go well. You know, people are going to be like, "Screw you, creepo." That never goes well. Is what I'm saying. It just never ends well. Um, and they could say to me the same thing. You're a crazy idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. Blah blah blah. And it just goes back and forth, and nobody ever wins those arguments. Actually, nobody ever wins any arguments. Even if they're sound, like I said, even if you come to somebody with solid evidence, with solid proof, if you were to put someone in a rocket ship and put them in the outer space and you're there with them and you tell them, okay, look down, there's the Earth, they'd be like, no, that's not the Earth, that's Pluto. Even though Pluto's no longer a planet, which I think is stupid bullshit, by the way. But they would argue with you, and even if they saw it from a rocket ship, they'd be like, "No, the Earth is still flat. I don't care." And so, what's the point? What is the point? You can never win that argument. I'm not going to change my mind. He or she's not going to change their mind. So I just don't like to talk about it. I like to keep neutral. We talk about what brings us all together, and that's the Mandela effect. The Mandela effect is what brought us all together. And the Mandela effect to me has nothing to do with flat Earth. That's are nothing to do with space, nothing to do with uh, whatever. That's a totally different conspiracy altogether. Those are totally separate conspiracies and shouldn't be brought up as Mandela's. And the map changes also, the mud floods, those things totally not Mandela effects, and they shouldn't be presented as Mandela effects. The map changes, I guess, yeah, I could see that the map changes, yes, they are Mandela effects. But the flat Earth stuff and the mud floods and whatever, those are not Mandela effects. Chemtrails, those aren't Mandela effects. Those are totally separate conspiracy theories, and they should be kept separate. Let's keep one here and one in the other room. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm going to say about that. Um, but yeah, that's basically. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into any of that. When I do my channel, I want to talk about Mandela effect, other people's view on the Mandela effect, new Mandela effects. I want to present stuff that's proofs or whatever. It's kind of like a ghost hunter who puts other stuff on his channel: Bigfoot, aliens, UFOs, um, parallel dimensions. You know, which parallel dimensions to me should be mentioned because it has been discussed as part of a Mandela effect. That's not a completely different or a completely separate conspiracy. That is within the same conspiracy. I mean, could you make the same argument for flat Earth or mud floods? Possibly, but I don't consider them to be in the same category with the Mandela effect. That's just my opinion. And I think that we should not really discuss those so much as we should discuss Mandela effects. Um, those should be in separate conspiracies. And even the whole Kennedy thing. I mean, you can look at the Kennedy thing and say, well, that's a conspiracy within a conspiracy. Well, yeah, it kind of is in a way, but we're not talking about the assassination. The assassination, that's a totally different thing. Um, but I could talk about it someday. I think I did touch on it a little bit here and there. But yeah, I want my own panel. I'm going to choose two different sets of panels. And there's only going to be four of us on here at any given time. And I want to know who will join my panel. Ideally, what I would like to do is have a show theme, kind of like, Scarab's Freaky Friday and um, After Hours. I would like to have a theme for my streams, and I was thinking here's ideally this would be my dream team for Sunday. It would take place on Sunday, and it would only be about 2 hours long, and it would be like in between. It would be just before Scarabs, or I'm sorry, excuse me, Lone Eagles live stream, so we don't step on them. And my dream team for this would be me, Fizzy Pop, Armor, or God's Armor, I should say. And that would be the three for Sunday. Okay. What I would like to do there is have a live stream go from 6 till about 8. God dang it, I'm getting a phone call. No, thank you. Um, so it would be from about 3 till about 8. I'm sorry, God, I said that all wrong. It would be about 6 to about 8, and Lone Eagle's channel starts about 9. So, it would be 6 my time, 7 their time. Um, it'd be cutting it would it be cutting it kinda close? Yeah. Maybe we can do the whole thing at 5 my time, 6 their time. Something similar to that. And my dream team would be Fizzy Pop, and God's Armor. And Noblest D, if I could squeeze, if he has time. But he's gonna be preparing for their show, so I very much doubt that he'd be able to make it. I would very much like to have him as a guest, but that I said I wasn't gonna drop names, but there's that panel there. Now I would like to run another show where, and I am gonna drop names. Ideally, I would like to have Floyd, um, maybe Noble, uh, and I really haven't thought it really through too much. Honey Ann would be a good one. It would be people that are available because I know other people like, well, Dan's not going to show up. We know that. But I mean, like, ideally, I want just a panel for each live stream that I go into, just like Dan has, or just like Lone Eagle has, and just have that set up and have it done as professionally as possible. And pick now and pick people who I think are going to be professional and do the right thing. Jason, I would pick him, but he's always working and he has his own show anyway. So ideally, I would like it to be me, Floyd, Jason, and maybe Cowboy. But now Cowboy's going to have to behave himself. No, I kid, guy. I'm kidding. Um, Jason's going to have to behave himself. Who am I talking about here? If he's going to be on my panel, he's got to behave himself. But ideally, that's who I'd like to have: Floyd, Jason, Cowboy. Have them all come up. If I want it to be an even cleaner show, I could go E-Man, Floyd, and me, and just have the 3 panel just like I would do for Sunday. And maybe Armor, if Armor's interested, that would be my dream team. Um, but I'm not trying to. I mean, Armor could come on if he wants. Cowboy, whoever. I mean, they can come. It doesn't have to be necessarily a fixed panel. You know what I mean? Like I could have just people on, but ideally, that's the panel I would love to have. Of course, ideally, I would have a lot more subs. Um, so that's just an ideal situation. It's nothing that's really going to happen. It's not solid. But when I do Sunday show, I'd like to have Fizzy, Armor, and Floyd, maybe Floyd, for Sunday show. That would be ideal. And if none of those guys are available, then hey, there's a lot of other people in the community that I could pick from. So anyway, if any of you guys want to be on my show or you can be on my show, please let me know in the Hangouts. You got my Hangouts number. Um, I tell you what, here's what we're gonna do. I have to run to the bathroom really quick, and that's another thing I'll have to do when I get my serious broadcast is to not even say anything, just hit mute and go. But when I'm not broadcasting by myself, I'll have other people that can take the show. And I'll tell you, Floyd and uh, Floyd and who was the other guy? Um, damn if I can't think of it right now. Duh, Wayne. I was Floyd and Wayne did a really good job of doing that. They took over. I had to leave the room a couple times so I could go. I wanted to get Mr. Jocko in the chat, and there was somebody else. I think it was Splatter. He wanted to get in the chat, and I was trying to get them set up to where they would be in the chat. Now, if I can't get any of those people, ideally, I'd like to get Jocko if he's available. But I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure that probably maybe I can get Armor, God's Armor, like just a couple times a week or whatever. I'm sure he would accommodate. He's very accommodating. He's a very good guy. He's a very nice man. Um, you know, I would check up on him when he was sick and stuff, and we talked a few times. And there's another shout out. There you go, Armor Up, Armor Up. I keep calling him Armor, God's Armor, but you people know who I'm talking about when I say it. I don't think he would be fixed in because he does work a lot and he does do other people's. He does Dan's channel, and I don't want to. I wouldn't be trying to take him away from Dan's channel. You know what I mean? Or Fizzy Pop either. If I can get Fizzy Pop, I'm sure she would do appearances. She wouldn't be locked in because she's locked in with Dan's channel. But I'm sure I could get her to come on. You know what I mean? And that would be great. So they wouldn't be locked in. Now the locked in ones I could probably get locked in would be Floyd and maybe Mr. Jocko if he wants to be locked in. I could probably lock in Floyd and someone else if I wanted to do. Floyd seems like a nice guy, but hey, Floyd, I got to tell you something though. When we do the serious chat, you can't have your phone on. Have it on, but I mean, don't answer it on air. Mute yourself. If you got to just mute yourself. That was pretty funny though. I will admit that. It was pretty damn funny. But that was a live stream that was just, hey, we were hanging loose, we were letting our hair down. That was fine. I was totally fine with that. But when we do it serious, yeah, just put yourself on mute and answer your phone. I didn't answer my phone just then. I probably need to call him back. Uh, so I want you chatters, just chat amongst yourselves, and I'll be right back in a. Uh, I keep wanting to do the touch screen. It's not touch screen. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. Sorry I kept you guys for so long. I went to the bathroom and I was standing there. I was going to the bathroom and I went to go straighten out my arm because I had my arm like at my side and my right arm, and I went to put it down. And when I went to put it down, it just had this terrible freaking pain just shoot through it, and I'm like, "Uh-oh, am I having a stroke? What the hell? What's going on here?" But no, I think it's just my muscle. I think I might have pulled a muscle the other day. Um, I was tilling my garden, and I had to work my tiller in such a way that it bit my arms all out of shape. Um, excuse me. Wait a minute. What's this? Candid Cupcake saying goodbye. Oh, that's sad. Let me see what's going on here. I haven't even seen the chat. I don't know if anybody's even watching this. This is let's see here. Let's get to YouTube. Go to my channel. Um, whoa, 110. Oh man, I just lost 2 subscribers since I've been chatting. I lost 2 subscribers. Wow, that's amazing. I had 113. No, I lost one last night, I guess, and I lost 2 more today. Well, that's weird. Why are my subscribers going down? Um, lost one last night, I guess, and I lost 2 more. Wow, I have 0. Nobody's in here watching this. That is 0 watching. Wow. Well, they're going to see the replay of this, I'm sure. And I lost 2 subscribers. Well, I gave people shout outs. Maybe I'll gain those people back. Okay, wow. I've been basically talking to myself the whole time. Uh, wow. So I wonder if those 2 subscribers, I wonder if one of them was Candid Cupcakes. I just saw the message on my phone right now where she's doing a live stream, and I guess that's why I don't have anybody watching. Wow. So let's see what we got here. Let's go. Let's see. Wow. I'm down to 110. I haven't been at 110 in a long time. That's just amazing to me. What in the world? Go to my inbox here. Let's see what we got. Go to notifications. Candid Cupcakes saying goodbye to the old me. Oh, whoo! Okay, that scared me. That was 8 hours ago. Why don't I have nobody? I guess they're all watching Lone Eagle. Understandable. It says saying goodbye to the old me. I bet I gain my subscribers back tomorrow.
I'm gonna wait 1 minute or so and see if anybody is on here other than myself. Might be the only one waiting.
Looks like she's doing a long chat for a little bit.
Good.
Let's see here.
Hard for me.
Wow.
Those are the mention about like.
Yeah, nobody else. Let's see here. I'm trying not to play too much of it because. Well, there's Floyd. Okay.
Leviticus 27:33.
Yeah, we got it. Okay. I'm not going to play too much of that because it is her broadcast, and I don't want to get a strike from YouTube or something. So, okay. I lost. Wow. The thing is, you lose. It fluctuates. I held on to that 113 for the longest time. I made like 3 videos today I guess I lost those three. No, I wonder. Let me go back to YouTube. If Lone Eagle is making a video or is doing a live stream, I would have got a notification. Let's go to subscriptions. Let's see here. I didn't get a notification. Of course, that does happen. It doesn't mean necessarily that. Let's see here. Lone Eagle, where are you, Mr. Lone Eagle? Um, hmm. Well, it's a blue mark, so when you got the blue dot, they haven't really done anything. So he's not. I don't think he's live right now. Wow. I wonder how come I don't have any watchers. That's weird. I mean, it's not that weird. I usually, but usually I have about 3 or 4. This is bizarre to not even have 3 or 4. 15 hours ago, he was live with Scare Performance. That was last night. So, no, let's go back to my channel now and see if anybody is watching this at this moment. Remember, you can always rewind a live stream. You can always rewind the live stream. Just saying. Just saying if you guys want to go back and see what I've said. So, yeah, I've lost 2 today. Yesterday, I lost 1. What the hell's going on here? It's a steady decline. I don't know what the deal is. That happens. I mean, it does happen. It does fluctuate. How come I can't click on my own video? There we go. Liz, I still have 0. That happens. I mean, it does happen. It does fluctuate. Wow. This is odd. Does everybody just have me blocked? I guess the notifications either didn't go out or somebody else somewhere has a live stream that I'm not subscribed to. I'm not subscribed to E-Man. I need to get on there. I thought I was. But you know, people can unsub you. They can go through there, or they used to be able to. I don't know if you can do it now. But people can go through their subscriptions and they can unsub you off their channel. So I wonder, 0 watching. Wow. Well, it is that peak hour. It is like 1:30 in the afternoon. So that could be it, you know. By the way, if you're watching this in the replay, I will have more stuff going on. I'm going to talk about my wallet. I left my wallet someplace. Now I don't have my wallet, so I can't go get my hair cut. I was going to go get my hair cut and the beard trim, but I don't have my wallet. And so now I can't go do it. I have to go do it later. Now's not the good time to go do it anyway. They probably have a lot of customers right now, people getting on their lunch break or coming off of their lunch break or whatever. So it's probably not a good time right now. Kids are getting out of school in some parts of the, you know, kids will be getting out of school here pretty soon. So traffic will be at its peak here in good old Southern Illinois. So I wonder when I replay this if I had chatters and they got tired of hearing my shit and they left. I don't know. I know I'm live right now, and I still have 110 subs. I've lost two. I don't know where those two went, but so you would think that that I would have somebody watching, unless it's a glitch in the system. Wow, I've never had just dead chats, but I am talking by myself, so maybe they saw that and they said, "No, we can watch him talk to himself any old day." So I'm gonna go to Hangouts and see, maybe there's some people working. Um, Let me go see if there's anybody in Hangouts. Let's go to Hangouts real quick. I don't have Hangouts on my phone, really? Well, that's just ridiculous. Why don't I have Hangouts? That's weird. The Play Store. I got two. Let's see here. Previously installed apps. I never installed Kick. I never installed Netflix. YouTube Studios. I don't have that on here. You know what? I got Hangouts on my tablet. Let me get on the tablet and take a look. Let's get on the tablet real quick and see what's going on there. My tablet might have died. I don't know. When I go to shut off my tablet, I can't turn it off. The button doesn't work anymore. And what I think happened was I was filming outside one day with the tablet, okay, and it was snowing. And I think it might have even been sleeting. We already had snow on the ground. And so, with that snow on the ground, let's see here. Where's that tablet? Oh, hell. I got it in the bedroom. Okay, well, I'm going to get up, go to the bedroom, and get it. Nobody's watching anyhow, so what am I going to miss? I'm not going to miss nothing. Maybe people got tired of watching my action figure reviews. Like, this guy's watching, he's doing action figure reviews now. What the hell? So, yeah, I got nobody watching. I'm opening the tablet. Let's see what I've got on the tablet. My battery power's down. That's one thing. Let's see here. Get this off. Now, tablet, you are touchscreen. So, okay, there's the Hangouts. Let's clear this. Clear that. Come on, clear. It won't clear. Huh. It just took me back in the camera. Well, that pisses me off right there. No, I don't want to. I don't want to be on camera. Go to Hangouts. There's Hangouts right there. So let's see. Let's see who's in Hangouts. I'm gonna try to invite you people in. I'd like to have some more chatters. Of course, now my tablet's not working. There it is. So let's see if we can get some chatters on here, or not chatters. Let's see if we can get some people talking to me. Okay, I'm entering Hangouts. Okay, I'm reading some of the stuff here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Floyd's dealing with a lot of stuff. I don't expect him to come on. Cowboy, I don't think he'll come on. He's working.
Let's see. Let me give an invite to Op3 real quick. Let's see here. Maybe he wants to go live. Let's get him on the phone here. No, you know what? I can't do that. I'm going to invite him in straight from this right here. I'll send the invite. There's the link. I'll just copy the link. I'll have to do it here. I'll copy it. There, it's copied. So, come on, get off of there. Close, of course. Okay, now let's minimize the window. Hopefully, I'm still on here. Go here. And sorry about this, folks. I hope I'm not screen sharing anything. That would suck. Go to Hangouts. I bet I can't just. There's Hangouts. So we'll do it from here. Hope I'm not screen sharing Hangouts. Let's see here. Go down, down, down. There he is. And I'm going to type it in right here. Paste and enter. Now it should show up. There it is. Now we're going to get out of here. Get out of here. Boom. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Whoa. Hope I didn't lose the feed. Oh man, it's jiggling. Okay. Let's see here. I probably need to close out. End the other call. Take me there. Oh, it'd have to close out the current event. Well, I'm in here now, so that's okay. I'm still live. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? Whoops. I can't type anything in here. What the heck? You know what? I'm getting the heck off of there. Yep. So, my phone is being a pain in you know what. The heck with it. Let me get out of here. Get out of here. Dang it. My eyes turned green there for a second. There we go. And there we go. Okay, what I want to do now is I'm going to close this, turn it off. And I want to get back into YouTube. See, my tablet won't shut off. On the hell with it. Just let it completely die, I guess. Let it die down. Goodbye, tablet. Love you. No, I guess since let's go to YouTube right now. I'm guessing. Let's see here. Go to YouTube. I just can't think of why nobody Nobody's watching, man. Nobody's watching. And my subscribers have gone down. I know I keep talking about that, but it just happened. Like I lost 2 today. Dang. Okay. It's just weird to me, man. Okay, so we go back into the channel. It's just weird to me, man. Listen to that. You can hear me. Okay, so we go back into the channel. It's just weird to me, man. So you can hear it. Listen to that. You can hear me. Okay, so we go back into the channel. It's just weird to me, man. You guys hear that? Okay, so we go back into the channel. It's just weird to me, man. It's all echoing. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me put it on mute. There we go. That's better. Okay, so yeah, I'm not reverbing anymore. Sorry about that, guys. So I invited OP3 to come and chat with me, but he might be busy. Who knows? It's a long day when you're on your own, and it hurts, I tell ya. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm not going to sing forever. You know what? I could chat. I could get on the chat. Look, check this out. I'm going to get on the chat. I've actually got one watching right now, so that's awesome. If you want to go back and rewind the chat, you can. It's no problem. I'm probably going to leave it on as long as I can. See, I just put in there, hey, I'm sorry. I don't know. I just put something in there just to be in there. You know what I mean? Just to be funny. And I got a ding. That's an email. So I don't know. I about talked myself out. What else can I talk about? We talked about drugs. We talked about booze. We talked about women. We've talked about me starting a serious chat with a panel. I'm going to try to get that started next week if I can. We talked about dogs. We talked about rabbit hunting. We talked about gardens. I told you guys how to plant garlic. I talked about my neighbor's rabbits eating my plants. That rabbit, who knows? That rabbit was eating spinach. He ate all my spinach plants. Maybe the rabbit will become big and strong, and he's gonna come here and he's gonna beat me up. He's gonna come to my door. He's gonna be knocking at the door, right? Because he just ate my spinach. And he ate the whole damn all the spinach plants gone. So that some gun's gonna come to my door, and I'm gonna answer it. And he's gonna punch me. He's gonna punch me right in the face. He's gonna go, see, rabbit feet aren't lucky, are they? Stop cutting up rabbit feet, mother. I'm not gonna cuss, but oh boy, that's pretty crazy. So yeah, my ideal dream team, yeah. But who wouldn't want that on their channel, Busy Pop, Armored Up, Noble, if we can get them. These are just some ideas I'm just throwing to a chalkboard and see if they stick. Actually, I don't have a chalkboard. I have a wall, and the only thing I know right now that if I throw on the wall it's going to stick would be my spaghetti. But I already ate the spaghetti, so I knew it was done. So that's an old saying. You cook your spaghetti, and the old Italians would do this. They would cook their spaghetti, and they would take it up out of the thing with a spork, you know, like the spaghetti spork or whatever it's called, and they would fling a one single noodle. They take noodle and fling it on the wall, and if it stuck to that wall, that pasta was done. And I mean, it could be spaghetti, it could have been rigatoni, it could be mostaccioli. It doesn't matter. You throw that noodle, whatever noodle it is, and if it hits the wall, it sticks. Now, the Chinese, when you're making Chinese food, the rice, if it's sticking together, you're doing something wrong. You got to put butter in your rice. You cook your rice, yeah, put butter in it. Put butter in it because otherwise it's going to stick. You know what? I should do a cooking show. I've got several different little playlists. I should have a playlist of a cooking show. You know, wouldn't that be great? You guys can see all my cooking videos. But yeah, you're not cooking the rice right. You got to let it. What I like to do is okay. I boil my rice. I get so much water. I don't measure anything. I don't measure things. Okay. So you get your rice. You get it boiled. It gets nice and soft. You stir it a few times, and then you set it down off the stove. Pull it off the stove and set it on your counter. Put a lid on it, and that lid will hold in the moisture. And that'll keep it from burning. That'll keep it from sticking. Now, what you got to remember is when you put that lid in there, on there, the steam pressure, the steam will moisten that rice even more. So when that steam goes up on the lid, it comes around. This is what we were talking about yesterday. What holds water onto the earth if the earth is flat? Now, I don't already said I don't like talking about flat earth or anything like that, but it really is an interesting topic. You know, I don't like talking about it because it digs up a lot of controversy and whatnot. But I talked about you imagine water. If water's in a bowl and you're sloshing it around, you're spinning that bowl around. That water's going to slosh out of there. But here's the thing: if you get it spinning fast enough, and I mean it's going to be spinning really pretty damn fast, I guarantee you none of that water leaves that bowl. Um, it's the same thing that when people are in the carnival rides that they're I don't know what this carnival ride's called or whatever it is, but it's that ride that they put you in, and then they go so fast around in circle, you stick to the wall. It's like you stick to the wall. It's called tricyclical force. I can't say it. I never can say it. Damn it! I always get messed up when I try to say tricyclical force. It's just tricyclical force. Yeah, I sound really dumb when I say that. So I try not to. So let's see what we got here. We got one watching. One. I guess that's better than zero, right? We got one watching. I would probably do better at night. Like if I did this live stream at night. How long has this sucker been going anyway? Let's see here. I can't tell. I have no idea. There's no counter. Why isn't there a counter? There should be. I think I've been in here for over an hour. I don't know. I might have. I might not have. So I invited Op three, and if he shows up, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Then whatever. I could invite Sandy. She seems like she'd be up right now. Maybe she had to pick up Joey or whatever. I don't know. But so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I was supposed to say that out loud. Um, thing about us YouTubers, and especially the Mandela affected community, we don't ever really want to call each other by our real names. but and we don't ever really want to mention family names or anything like that. As far as you people know, Joey could be a member of the mafia. You know, she could be his driver. She could be like a mob boss driver. It's like Joey. Joey wouldn't be a mob boss. That's not a mob boss name. That's more of a second level guy. Like maybe he's like, the second. Hey Joey, hey, come here. He's like the second level enforcer. Maybe he's one of the what they call soldiers. They have soldiers in the mafia. Uh, hey Joey, did you do that thing yet? What thing, boss? That one thing or the other thing? No, the thing with the guy. Yeah, I had the thing with the guy that had a thing, and then we went and did the other thing. But which thing are you talking about? The thing with the guy with the thing in the building. You know what I'm saying? Did you do that? Oh, you mean the first thing or the second thing? The first thing. What else thing do you think I'm talking about over here? They always say it like that. Over here. Hey, what's going on over here? It's like, get this guy out of here. Of course, you can't see me like waving my fingers or whatever. Get this guy out of here. What's the matter with you? I don't know. What's the matter with you? Hey, you don't say what's the matter with you to me. All right? I'm the one that say, hey, what's the matter with you? So that's not the non-mafia version of that would be, what's the matter with you? That's the old stereotypical Italian movies, shit like that, where they'd say, hey, I went to school, you know that? Oh yeah, what kind of school did you go to? I went to college. I had like 4 years in college, Oh yeah, what college did you go to? I went to What's the Matter You? Ah, very funny. Yeah, not so funny though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know what you're saying. You know, it'd be that kind of thing. Okay, now time for shameless plugs. I'm going to be doing the Mandela family videos in about a week or so from today. I'll probably do one on Friday and one on Saturday of next week. Uh, excuse me. I'm going to be very busy, busy putting out my garden and stuff like that. So, and then also, I just wanted to point out that during the week, I'm going to try to set it up to where I do Monday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm going to do action figure reviews. And Tuesday, Wednesday, what did I say? Monday, Thursday, Friday? Okay. I think like Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe Sunday. Sunday's where I'd like to do that live stream I was talking to you about. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Maybe, I don't know, a lazy Sunday or something. I don't know. We'll think of something. But the Mandela Effect videos, I will have more of those coming out. For you 3 subscribers that unsubscribed me, it's just your tough luck, I guess. You're the ones missing out. But I would be really sad if it was like Floyd, Splatter, and the other guy, Wayne. I'd be really sad if that was the 3 that I lost. It's like, you know what? We were on Hebrews live stream last night. Now he's talking shit about us. Well, fuck Hebrew. Let's unsubscribe to his ass. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't. And I didn't mean to swear there, but the swearing was necessary. That's what I always tell people. When the swearing is necessary, it punctuates the sentence. Don't you mean punctuate over there? Hey, what you doing over there? Don't be talking to me over here. You stay over there. Yeah, I'm still doing the Italian mob voices, and I don't even remember what started that discussion. You know? Oh yeah, Joey. Hey, Joey. You ever notice like the mafia's the guys, the main names are always Joey or Frank. Yo, Frank. Frank sounds like a tough guy anyway. But you got like Joey, Frank, Rocco. Yo, Rocco. Paulie. It's always those names like Joey, Joe, yo, Joe. Joey, Frankie, Tony. Tony's another one. That's another really Italian name. Tony. Hey, yo, Tony. You talk to Polly? No, I ain't seen Polly in a long time. I think he's hanging over there with the Guzzulos. Oh, you mean the Fazzulos? Yeah, the Fazzulos, man. Hey, yo, Frankie, yo, Frank, yo, Rocco, yo, Rocky. Oh, this is getting way out of hand. I'm sitting here talking to myself. That's crazy. But anyway, yeah, I'm getting pretty hungry, and it is lunch hour. I named this live stream lunch hour, and I haven't even had my lunch hour yet. So for all of those who are watching, which I think there's only one person watching last I checked. If you missed this live stream, please hit the replay button. If you like what I'm saying here, please subscribe. I know I've been talking about subscribers all throughout this chat, but it's not. It really isn't important. I guess it is if you want to do live streams. It is important how many subs you have, but the thing is, I don't. It doesn't bother me really as I'm letting on, but it just because it does fluctuate. And I'm sure like next week I'll be up to 115 or whatever, so it doesn't really matter. But uh, I do need all I can get because I do want to get the word out about the Mandela effect as much as possible. And I like you guys, man. You guys are all like family to me. Yo, like family. I'm gonna make you some pasta. Uh, no, but seriously, you guys, every one of you who have supported me, I would like to thank. I would like to thank all my subscribers that have subbed to me, and for those of you that dropped out, that's. I still say God bless you. Very best luck to all of you, and I love you all. And I will talk to you in my next live stream. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sorry that Op3 didn't get to make it. I think he was the only one I sent the invite to. So, from all of us here at the Hebrew channel, and to all of you, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. If you're checking this out on the replay, then maybe I missed out on some chat. I don't know because I wasn't watching chat, and maybe that's why. No, I'm not gonna talk about the subs again. But it is kind of odd. It's kind of an all bally thing. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get some groceries down my neck. And like I said, I appreciate all of your support. I appreciate everybody who does watch my channel. From us here at the Hebrew channel to all of you, I'll see you next time. And remember, only G.I. Joe is G.I. Joe. Leprechauns never want you to steal their gold. And Santa Claus loves to drink Coke. Oh, sorry. Coca-Cola. Good night, everybody. Or I should say, good afternoon, everybody. good afternoon and good luck. Do 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 do.